Almost. Just with over the next, I guess, 10 days regular season, have you mapped out what you guys are going to do in terms of either resting guys, or are you going to play all the way through because you have the week off after that? Like, is it too early to really have a sense of exactly what you're going to do?
Yeah, it's too early. We've gone through different scenarios, but with the seeding being as close as it is, we haven't determined one thing yet. A lot can change, obviously, by a game or two. And like I keep mentioning, 1 through 4, and then 5 and 6, from really now being that close, things can flip. So we'll see where we're at after a few games, and then possible determine that in the last, probably on the road trip.
To follow that up a bit, I guess specifically with Al, I know you want to see him more, but is that something you're a little bit more conscious of, just with a back-to-back coming up next week as well? Just
Al?
Yeah, with resting him.
Yeah, and I mean, we don't need to see Al more. We know what he does. Obviously, it's Daniel with Al possibly, and Al is what he is, and he'll be in a little bit of a different role with Rob being out, but we've seen him and Grant, obviously, and to take a look at him and Daniel and get Daniel some more minutes would probably be more important than just seeing Al. But any chance we get to shave those down, as I mentioned, or a night off if possible, we'll take a look at it.
JT was just on Draymond's pod, and Draymond said he needs to go into next season planning to win MVP. I'm curious, what do you think of players having like personal stuff like that as a motivator versus just saying like, I only care about the chip and stuff like that?
No, everybody has individual goals. I mean, it's a team aspect with everything, and what he is trying to do is obviously play at a certain level and maintain that. And the way he's playing now and has been playing lately, you would love to come into the season with that. And the numbers were down earlier, obviously percentage-wise, and a little bit of a slow start. So more so than anything, play at that standard, that high level the whole time, and that would get your name in the race, obviously. But no problem with that at all. Guys should try to attain and achieve certain things. And JT is a guy that I'm not worried about stat chasing or doing anything a specific way. He's playing the right way. And some things I've said about him is he should strive for 10 to 15 triple doubles. And so that's the area he's grown in. And, the scoring comes naturally, but all the other things he's really improved on. There's no reason not to shoot and aim that high.
When you played with like Tim and Tony and Manu, was that something that ever came up? I know like publicly they tried to downplay that kind of stuff, but internally, was that a motivator, or did the team completely get away from that?
No, they never spoke about individual things. All guys want to play at all NBA level, and that was kind of given with Timmy, I guess. He was going to be in that mix every year, and I think Jason's in the same category. Not only all-star, that's a given now. It's all NBA and getting his name in the conversation, and that's just a thing that should happen going forward. So it doesn't really need to be spoken on or tried to achieve, but that's just who he is and the level he's at right now.
Can you tell us what the deal is with the April Fool's joke with Grant today?
Yeah, it was a good one. I got everybody, literally, the coaching staff and all the players. So just whispered to Grant. We butted heads a little bit last game, had a few discussions. So this is my way of making up to him and apologizing in front of the team, I guess. But just got in a fake argument, and Grant likes to talk back, so it wasn't unexpected that he had something to say back. But we started chirping, walked toward each other. I expected a teammate or two or a coach to get in the middle, and I would have kind of turned it up from there, but nobody got in the way. And so we kept going, and then as people started to think it was very serious, we hugged and yelled April Fools and fooled the whole gym. So it was crazy. Watching Rob on the side and Jason's face, I almost started laughing a few times because some guys were looking like, oh, what's going on? But nobody got their teammate or the coaches or their players back, so they were going to let us go.
What do you think about that approach? Like you say, if you guys want to go ahead.
I heard later 3 or 4 players said they wanted to see Grant get his ass kicked. So.
I think you wrap it up right there. Thanks, Coach.